Greetings, YouTube. LMS Tactical here with whiny Mason. He whines when he's in the truck. So, as the title that I'll probably give this video suggests, this is one of those things where I don't bring up personal things, to elicit sympathy or anything. I honestly believe that while a lot of people don't want to talk about their personal health and things like that, I think we're all in this together, life, and I think that when I have an issue with my health, the first place I go is the internet, whether it's YouTube or Google, and I want to see what other people have dealt with and what their thoughts are. So while I seem pretty chipper and happy right now because I'm out of the house for the first time all day, I was actually pretty depressed last night. Here's what happened. And it's probably not a big deal, but it's a reminder on how fragile life is. You might remember a couple videos ago when I talked about the friend of the family whose little daughter, 6-year-old daughter, has got an inoperable brainstem tumor. And how I said, man, I'll never complain again. If I drop dead right now, God, I've lived a lot longer. I'm 56, and here this little girl it's terrible. Well, somebody was listening because the next night I had, and this is going to be a little graphic, so if you're grossed out, probably want to leave now. I don't pull any punches on this channel, because I think it's important that the facts get known. And here's what happened, man. At midnight the night before last, I think it was, I was taking a pee, oddly enough, out in the backyard, because sometimes I pee out in the backyard with Mason. It's like a bonding thing. I got a big backyard, so nobody can see it. And holy shit, man, it was like fire. And I immediately thought, holy crap, man, I don't cheat on my wife. And I know that I've made this mistake once before, but I'm 100% sure my wife don't cheat on me. And I'm thinking, what the fuck could this be? And then that began this cascade of a night of just pain, man. Like I had to pee like really frequently, but just a little would come out, and it was like pissing razor blades. So the first thing I think is urinary tract infection. But I'll shorten the story. I end up going through hell to get to a VA thing out at Fort Belvoir, and I drive down there when I gave the first urine sample, there was blood in the urine. And I'm like, oh shit. Now I'm thinking kidney stones because of the pain, and now I got blood. I spent the whole day and some of the evening at the military hospital.
Say a command.
Exit. I don't understand her. At the military hospital at Fort Belvoir, because they thought my situation was so serious they didn't want to send me to DC. It was like, we got to get a CAT scan right now. I'm one of these guys that is terrified of CAT scans because I'm always afraid they're going to find something else. I wasn't disappointed. So this Army major was the doctor, and I go through the CAT scan, no contrast, just a regular CAT scan. And he comes in and he goes, hey, so yeah, you got a urinary tract infection. And I'm like, well, why am I bleeding? And he says, well, sometimes that can happen, blah, blah, blah. You got a lot of high white blood cell count, you're fighting something. That's scary too, because high white blood cells can mean, I'm always thinking cancer. And then he says, when we look at these things, sometimes we see other things. And I'm like, here it comes. And he goes, yeah, so we found 2 things that I'm concerned with. Well, one would have given me a heart attack. Here's what they found. I've got a dark spot on a lymph node, which, as anybody that's been around for more than 10 minutes knows, that ain't good, because the lymph nodes are the highway to death in terms of cancer. So just as I was barely able to inhale after hearing that, and he says the other thing we found is an aneurysm on one of your arteries. So basically I'm left with instant death or a long, slow, agonizing death. That's how my mind works. So I'm on all these, I was on IVs, I'm on all these heavy antibiotics and all this shit for this infection, which now is like not even important to me. But then I thought later this morning, wow, if it wasn't for the urinary tract infection, I wouldn't know about the aneurysm. To be honest, I'm a worrier, and I don't know what to worry about more. The aneurysm or the dark spot. I think the dark spot is more scary. Because I believe, and I haven't looked this up yet, I believe they can go up through the arteries and fix these things. But I'm also worried about what other aneurysms are going on in my head that I don't know about, Could be anywhere. Fuck. It's terrifying, man. Not that I'm afraid to die. All right, maybe a little. But it's, you know, I just got the new dog, I got a family, and, you know, I'm sort of a fatalist when it comes to that. It's not good. I don't say this with pride. Don't be like me. I always tell people, hey, man, these things are cured all the time, and blah, blah, blah. It's never what it seems. But when it comes to me, I already started writing my own obituary, you know. So now I'm going to wait a week and try to get, you know, this infection under control, which I have no idea how I got. And then it's going to be off to Washington, D.C. and meet with the vascular surgeon about the aneurysm, and then meet with the, I guess, the oncologist, so they can, I don't know if they're probably going to have to take a biopsy from my lymph node. That's going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, I've had like 32, 33 surgeries, man. I do not want to be down right now, especially with this new dog. So I got lots of stuff to worry about, but hopefully it all comes out good in the end. As far as urinary tract infections go, I learned that they're really prevalent with women, but don't commit suicide. Fucking squirrel. Just standing there. But they do, men get them usually after about 55, and I'm 56, so I'm right on target. Okay, so I know. I just thought I'd share that with you. You know, this guy talks a lot. When he yawns, he talks. And, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking for any sympathy or any magical stuff. You know, if you believe in prayer, I'll take it. Of course, I'm going to start looking into CBD oil, because that's what saved my Charlie for so long. You know, 3-week death sentence. He lived 19 months without a symptom. So I'm going to, you know, I don't know if that's even legal where I'm at. And quite frankly, I don't really care. You know, there's no way I'm going to let the government or anybody else tell me that I can't do things holistically that I know for a fact work. So that's just the way I roll. If they want to put me in prison for that, then fuck it. I hope I get a really good looking cellmate. Anyways, that's it, guys. I'm going to take him out for a walk. I got another video I'm going to make probably tonight, if not tonight, tomorrow. That's pretty important. It's another medical thing about tinnitus or tinnitus, depending on what side of the tracks you grew up on. I prefer tinnitus. Yeah, that'll bore the crap out of you young people, but for you older people that have tinnitus and know how irritating and terrible it is, you're going to want to tune into this next video. It's very important. It's unbelievably important. But anyways, I'll leave you hanging with that. You guys take care. LMS Tactical and Mason, we are out.